that pressing the stream marker button did what I hope it did, because I have proceeded to unmute myself, I believe, in a way that I possibly have never actually done before because of a very slight change in the cable setup that I assume has happened, so that I can account for a possibility of something that might occur today. But anyway, yes, I am here for once in a somewhat rare occasion. And I intend to play some games, so hello to whomever may be present. Hello, Bern. And let me see if I can figure out how this can go without being too bizarre. I'd like to not select any of the scenes. Thank you, OBS. There we go. So OBS literally just updated just before I started the stream, and like everything looks slightly different. Looks like it's pretty much the same in more ways than it isn't, but like the text and the buttons are larger, and that basically means that it actually leaves me less room to work around stuff than I had before, funnily enough, but surely I can work this out. I mean, it really means that I can have like less sources on the screen at a time, which shouldn't be a big problem. But the main proof of that, I suppose, is if whether or not this thing is going to represent the problem as I try to do what I usually do in these streams, should already be familiar to some people, methinks, where I bring up the browser window with the wheel stuff in it and a countdown timer, which hopefully that will also, not represent a problem. Let me switch over to that one and set it up, and if it's the same, then it should just show up in the right area. Okay, so at least it's the same in that regard, so it should be good, I think. Can't believe it's a try with necromancy. That will happen sometimes if the stars are right and we're just lucky. And I would like to use my own influence in the cosmos to help that happen more reliably, but not quite there yet. But with any luck, maybe at some point in the before I die foreseeable future. But for now, let us take advantage of this opportunity. Also, hello Akara, and thank you for subscribing. And I haven't even commented on the different sort of setup that I have for showing the currently playing track right now, that I pretty much just use so that I can actually use the playlist that's up to date. That's stuff I like, which is in Music.ly and not iTunes. And I think, actually, if I go back to this part of for a second, I think the part that's at the very bottom doesn't really show anything that's important to the anything you might want to see on the stream, so I think I'm gonna do a quick adjustment. I'm being very professional. And get rid of that little chunk at the bottom there. And also, I guess I can use this as an opportunity to shave off any pixels that don't actually include the pixel art, or the cover art, I mean, on the edges. That should be good enough, methinks, at least for now. So let's go right back over here. Check that that's aligned right, which hopefully it is. And well, let's actually spin the wheel. It should be updated, actually. I believe it's actually been a little while since I've looked at it, but there should be some stuff in here that wasn't there before. But in theory, everything that is on here should be something we can just get started with immediately. So let's just see what happens. And whatever is chosen will be played for 20 minutes. Oh dear. Looks like we have our first winner. I get to remember, with some of the other lists of stuff that I keep, to update this on multiple fronts. Let me confirm that the Digimon Rumble Arena can, in fact, be just started up immediately. It should be no problem. I can enjoy the dulcet tones of, Super Nintendo Famicom Detective Club 2, which I do want to eventually come back to the stream and play the Switch version of that one because I played the Switch version of the first one on the stream, which I had never played before. But I do want to check out the other one too. But anyhow, we do have Digimon Rumble Arena. Let's see if I can get this started up without greater issue. I'll also remove this and go over to, the timer thing. I've been told by a pneumologist that I went to see earlier this year for stuff that fortunately turned out to be not nearly as severe as I suspected it might be. That apparently I have a tendency to just make this kind of noise whenever I open my mouth, like I'm subconsciously doing it to get attention. I suppose that's probably true. Because I mean, how else am I going to be able to do that shit with the typical speaking habits of the people I'm around? But I guess that wouldn't necessarily be something that you would be able to tell just from streams. But let's see, where is this thing? I'm just gonna have to set up I'm going to assume software capture is gonna work fine for the game. But yeah, Digimon Rumble Arena on the PlayStation 1, I actually have I guess I could mention, very, very cursory experience with... Actually, hold on a second. Let me make sure that this works. Okay, it does. Very, very cursory experience with the Digimon franchise myself. I do remember that as being like one of the things that was like on TV as a series of animes that I pretty much managed to catch some of as a kid. Oh yeah, and that reminds me. Better not try to forget this time. Can put on the current game thing. I guess I'll squish it up here. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. And current game's not that. It is, however, a D game. Digimon Rumble Arena. That'll do, methinks. Data not found? Well, yeah, that'll happen when I've never actually played this game before. I mean, you can try to load the data, but I get the feeling that it'll just be the same again. Let me actually move this over to the... Actually, do I need to move this? Probably not, just like... What the fuck? Okay. I didn't actually try to load it again at that time. Finish loading. No, I mean... Or like, yes, finish loading, actually. Don't load data. Yes, finish loading because data cannot be loaded, but yeah. Now, if my recollection is not mistaken, the like generation of Digimon that this would cover in this particular game is actually the third one, which seems kind of crazy to me because I feel like by the time the third one was like a thing where I lived, we were well out of the PS1 days, but I don't even know. I mean, the first, second, and third apparently meeting up from what I'm seeing here. Also, I sure hope that there isn't like a random animation studio out there that's gonna see this on like a bot and be like, how dare you use this visuals without our permission. But who knows? I mean, apparently there are people out there who will get angry if you use the like audio from certain C64 games like Monty on the Run without permission, like even in this day and age. Go figure. Copyright is a bizarre and nigh-on inexplicable thing a lot of the time. It's the same reason why they had to change like the name of the Sherlock Holmes character in Greatest Attorney, even though there were names of characters that they used in that game that came from stories that were published after 1923, which is like the big cutoff date for like old school copyright public domain stuff, and yet those characters' names were completely unchanged and nobody has said anything about that. But oh well. I don't know if I was expecting that voice clip. I suppose I could make some kind of comment about how I'm pretty sure the dub that I got of like the early Digimon animes, because apparently they just kept going, but I just completely fell out of knowing anything at all about the franchise after like the 4th generation of the anime, I think. But one thing that I do remember is that apparently the somewhat infamous way that the 4Kids dub changed things in the US version of the anime is quite detached from what I actually was able to experience. As it happens. And since we're watching intro and everything, I might as well go ahead and start the timer now, particularly since I believe this is a fighting game and does not usually go super smoothly with me at the controls, as you might imagine. And if I'm not mistaken, I see game level easy as like the default option, so might as well just leave that there. It's not my doing. It might be my complacency having observed it, but it's not my doing technically. And password, what could that be about? Maybe you can like unlock shit without having to play through stuff. Of course, I wouldn't know anything about that, but let's take a quick look at controller setup. I guess you can attack with square. Circle and triangle are 4 techniques. You can digivolve with R1 and guard with L1. So, maybe this is gonna be more like something like that. I've never seen gameplay of this game. I can say that right now. Maybe it'll be more like Tekken than something like Street Fighter. I don't even know. And you apparently press X to jump, so it's not like move around, and that's what you can just jump by tapping up, like you would usually do in a fighting game, I think. Vibration, yes. I don't know if it'll actually... Oh, no. This is actually one of those surprisingly rare games. If you play a lot of games, you'll notice this. That actually gives you instant force feedback if you turn on the vibration, but that's... I don't know what the difference is between one player and versus computer, but I guess we'll go one player since that's at the top. Let's see how we do. I think we already know the answer to that implicitly, but I don't know. Do I don't know which ones of these I even recognize. Let's see. So these 3 are Gen 1. I'm pretty sure. I think this one's Gen 2, this one's Gen 3. So is this one. This one I'm not even sure. Isn't this like the Digimon that belonged to like the fucking Bizarre Kid villain that was kind of the villain, but not really of the 2nd gen? I think that might be true, I don't even know. So I think this guy and... No, this guy's 2nd gen, isn't he? I think. God, I don't remember. And I think this one's 1st gen, but anyway. At least of the anime, for all I know. I'm not a Digimon expert who can tell you like the source for all of the stuff in publication, but I guess we'll pick... let's do it, why not? I have no idea how different each of these is gonna be, but... I'm with you, God. Alright. Do I have to press something now? I guess, maybe, possibly. Not quite sure if I did. V headbutt and V punch. And those are techniques, not just like the basic attack from what we saw of the control scheme, it appears.
Ready?
Oh boy. Do we... Oh yeah, we can use the... Oh god, okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to just lose... Oh, jeez, okay. And yeah, apparently tapping up to jump does nothing. I don't know how many jumps you can do based on how jumpy this guy is. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Okay, apparently. Circle does like fireballs. You what? Oh, can I actually digivolve myself? I have no idea how the dynamic of this, but I guess. Or about to digivolve. You know, it's kind of a funny thing seeing that word, which I don't think I have. Oh shit, I've seen that word in a long time. But I do remember that the dub that I watched of the enemies. Oh god, what the fuck? Okay, apparently floating in the lava, you can't get out even if you mash the... If you remember what the jump button is, you actually mash it, but... I do remember that the dub that I watched of the anime had a substantially longer word as the equivalent of digivolve. So it was a little cumbersome to say the least, but I do remember also that I at one point played like a fucking browser flash game, or it was like so old that oh, did I win? Probably.
Hey, that was great! You win.
Okay. Was that actually...
Ready? Rumble.
Very called Gabumon, I already forgot. Was that actually his voice in the anime? In the, like, the English anime, I mean. Oh god. Are those cards? I'm like completely, constantly, shit. At risk of losing my train of thought, but what other thing actually? I was talking about an old browser game, yeah, that I played when I was a kid. That was like a time for the first Digimon movie that they made, which is also something that I watched as a kid. But that was in English, as you might imagine. And that's where I saw the actual English term Digimon for the first time, which I will do right now. And I remember asking my parents for help, like, how do you translate this? But they also didn't know what the fuck that was, because it's not a real word. So they told me that maybe it's something like, get ready to Digi volver, which the verb volver in Spanish doesn't actually have anything to do with evolution by itself. It's more like return, so it's like, prepare to Digi return, pretty much.
Always with me.
So that was weird. Of course, I couldn't have given you the linguistic breakdown on how that worked at that point, since I was only like fucking 7 years old or something, but I guess we're gonna fight Agumon next. So it's gonna be like fight through all of the Digimon that were in the central row of characters there, maybe. Oh, jeez, oh Jesus Christ, okay. God, it's so floaty though, when if you actually try to go horizontally, it feels like... goodness. It's like you can rush off the edge by accident very quickly. Oh. Just have to remember which character I actually am. Okay, I guess... Wait, did I grab that, or did he? Not even sure. It's a little hard to tell, you see. And you know, I haven't even commented on... Is this the Digimon that's supposed to be like the immediate evolution of Gabumon? Because I thought, you know, digging into my 7-year-old child brain data that I haven't accessed in a really long time. Wasn't he supposed to turn into like a wolf Digimon that's just like a regular looking wolf at first, at least? Called, I think, Garurumon. And then he has like one evolution after that that's he's just like a humanoid wolf with pants, and he's called Garurumon, like a werewolf. And I possibly this like mechanical shit that he looks like now is something that he evolves. Well, he doesn't look like that anymore, but that he actually transforms into in this like immediately. Like maybe that exists as a further point in the evolution chain or whatever you want to call it, but I sure don't remember what that would be, that specific point.
Did I win?
You win.
Yeah, should be surprising considering that we're playing on Bobby mode, but...
Rumble.
Okay, and yeah, the controls for a 3D fighting game in this generation I feel like they're just pretty floaty most of the time. I was kind of wondering if you could juggle an enemy that has like gun flying at that point, but... Yeah. And it also just kind of seems that whenever you do the Digivolutions, it also just, oh god, kind of interrupts things a little conspicuously. Okay, getting launched off the screen like that is just gonna make me dizzy and unable to move. I mean, it's definitely not the worst game of like this kind of overall style, abstractly speaking, that I played on these demo streams. I don't think. I feel like that title would go to the Evangelion game. That one is just like a massive sequence of confusion. Oh wait, I forgot who I was playing at for a moment. I'm the dude with a wolf, the dude that turns into a wolf eventually with a horn on its head. Not the little dragon. Dinosaur thing. Guelmon. Is that what this guy was called? Somehow I don't remember that very clearly, but I think this was like the main Digimon that belonged to like the protagonist of the 3rd gen anime. And I think he liked bread a lot in that anime, or something. I feel like that's about the point where I kind of fell off and didn't follow the plotlines nearly as closely as the first couple of gens, but as far as you can actually do that. I think I might actually remember like slightly more about the fucking 4th gen, where just the point where even as a child I was like, what the fuck is happening here, because the 4th one is the one where the kids themselves become the Digimon instead of being like friends with the Digimon. I don't know. Oh, I should probably, you know, do the thing myself. Don't really know if you can like do complex combos in this or anything. It seems like it would be kind of difficult with you know, all the mechanics that we've seen so far. I mean, maybe I would be getting like a completely different outlook of this game if I was playing with higher difficulty, but that is evidently not what is happening here.
How do you like them apples?
Okay, I guess we had never finished the battle? I guess not. That's the evolved form before all. Fucking the voice acting in this though. What do you think that any of the voice actors from like the 4 kids though to be in this? That's a nice still in the animation for Gabumon there though. It's very dramatic. You know, the kid that has like Gabumon as his Digimon always look like that. I feel like that's his aged up version, but I think the kids from the 1st season or the 1st generation of the anime show up in the 2nd one, but they're like more grown up, but also not all of them. I really don't remember. I want to say that that kid who may or may not have been called Matt didn't look that old in the 1st generation, which is what he was originally from. Just like the edgy I don't need anyone kid in that one. Well, I might actually lose for the first time here. Oh, yeah, there's like a surprising amount of stuff that happens in these stages that just interrupts everything. That doesn't seem like it's great for a fighting game.
Hey, I won!
You lose.
Did he actually talk like that in the anime though? Oh goodness, Nabuchko. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Did I drop by your stream for a while earlier? Thank you for waiting. Wait, what? It's alright, that's not me doing that. But yeah, I saw that you were playing Hollow Knight. I think doing like the... I'm not terribly familiar with Hollow Knight myself. I believe you were doing like the extra mode. That comes in like the end game where you can like redo boss fights, and it's actually pretty challenging from what I've seen. Haven't gone through that game myself quite yet, but I've seen some people play it. And I will try to get your shout out, I think, in just a second here, if I can actually reach a resolution in this particular match for night, even though I'm playing this game in body mode because it's just a default setting and I don't bother to change it because I will suck at fighting games. I might still end up losing here. It's okay. I apparently got a retro achievement for that. I'm not quite sure what that was for exactly. Oh shit. Alright, never mind. I might have to cheese it, I suppose. So about Hollow Knight, I think I might just give up. I mean, you do whatever you feel comfortable with, I guess. I don't know if I would have the patience or something like that. If I'm being perfectly honest, let me see if I can... Let me see if any part of the bot works. Oh shit, something's happening with the game, but I need to figure this out. If I just do shoutout, I legitimately have not done like... yeah. Okay. And that don't like anything to do with stream stuff in quite a while because of complications, but there we go. Oh dear. Pretty chill, pretty nice streamer. Met her through a mutual acquaintance, Pizza Hannah, who is also pretty cool, so we should go check her out if you have not. Oh dear, I don't know what this might be about, this Digiball race. Press square button and hit the punching ball in front of your Digimon. And your Digiball point gauge will increase, so like hit stuff just to fill up that gauge faster. Alright, so it's like the, whatchamacallit. It's like punching the Smash Ball in Smash Brothers Brawl and onward, I think. Clearly this was the direct predecessor for that. I can't interpret this any other way. No siree. It's literally just button mashing. It might literally just be button mashing, because yep, it is literally just button mashing. I'm not using my whole power for this. Well, yeah, it could be, but it looks like this is gonna be good enough.
Go for it, Digimon Digiball! Digi-evolution.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just gonna be literal button mashing for like 30 seconds or something. At least in that description. But that is what that turned out to be. Oh boy. Another, I think, third-gen Digimon. As I've already mentioned, this is the one that I feel I have the spottiest memories of. I think the only thing I remember about, I think it was Renamon and what, Renamon's owner or whatever it was that apparently the owner got Renamon because she said that she wanted like the strongest Digimon there was or something, but I couldn't actually tell you what that meant in the grand scheme of things because my memory is apparently not that great. Yeah, I come to think of it, I'm not sure how much of that generation I actually managed to catch, like, at all. Oh, there she is. I forgot about that. And I thought I had hit the Digivolution button there, but I guess not quick enough to beat her on the draw. Oh, that was trying not to, okay. Not to get that close, because I figured something like that was about to happen. You know, I played enough opposite Souls games, but is that what I'm thinking of right now? What's like a game series that's notorious for that kind of thing, where I think Souls does do that a good bit. Where enemies do like a conspicuous charging up attack and then they do a big AoE blast.
You win.
Well, hey, I guess it was Matt. I was right about that.
Ready? Rumble.
Alright. Well, we only got a couple minutes left on this game, so I'm not sure how much more of it we're really gonna see, but I think we get the idea.
Digivolution.
I will say I don't think I've heard any of the tracks from this game that I would recognize from the chase yet. Maybe it's just like bad luck, or maybe I just haven't heard enough of it, but I sure hope it's not something like version differences where like different releases have different soundtracks and I just wasted this entire opportunity because I didn't know that, but at this point I'm going to assume that's not the case. Oh. I guess once she actually starts pulling that move though, no longer able to move. Because I just completely froze up. I tried to get away from that. Fuck, remind me what the... I was going to remind me what the triangle move does because I've been spamming the circle move, which is... oh, fuck. It's a range attack, but apparently when you're in this form at least, the triangle does the same. It's just a different range attack.
Yeah!
Yeah. Well, we can savor that victory for, oh boy, Wormmon. For the next 40 seconds or so. Let's see if we can go one round against Wormmon, who... oh, wait, never mind. I recognize this track. This is the Freezy Arctic track, which also reminds me very... I'm just gonna spam... I'm gonna spam fucking Hadokens and see if I can win that way. But yeah, the very beginning, at least, of this track reminds me of something from, like, Hotel Dusk. Oh, hey, that is the kid that I thought it was. What does Swarmon evolve into? I don't remember the title. Or another Kamen Rider looking bug humanoid thing. Hey, Sidney. Though as you can see, that kind of makes me wish we could have seen more of the Worm 1 moveset, but oh well. Sorry. God, that voice. I wasn't expecting that voice to come out of that worm, but I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, 20 minutes are up, so I could try to complete this round, but I think I'm gonna try to play a bit more with the limits in this occasion. We can take a look at the retro achievements we got. We got 10,000 modes on one-player mode, any difficulty, and 4-hit combo in the original form of Gabumon. Those are our greatest achievements, and also this. Evolve into Metal Garurumon. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I had the right idea with trying to remember the forms that Gabumon can take, but sadly couldn't remember that one. Also, hold on. Oh yeah, that has been Digimon Rumble Arena. I'm going to resume this here soundtrack for a bit as I switch over to try to find out what the next game here is going to be. Let's have a gander at the wheel again. Should just, yeah, show up again. And yeah, this is shuffled and no longer alphabetical, but if it worked right, then Digimon Rumble Arena should no longer show up on this list. So let's spin her again and see what we get. Got quite a variety of games here. Oh boy. We got WarioWare Inc. Mega Microgames, which... Let me check something. I don't believe that... Yeah, I don't believe that WarioWare Mega Microgames and Mega Party Games should be listed as separate in this list, because that wouldn't be a point. But yeah, there's technically... it's kind of a bizarre thing, but in the chase... WarioWare Inc. Mega Party Games was technically the base submission, and Mega Microgames was the expansion. Even though it would have made a lot more sense to do it the other way around, but hold on. Yes, I know how to speak. Let me go ahead and get to the part where I'm able to bring the game up here. That also should not be a problem, and even though I do have a certain other thing plugged in case something from a certain system decides to come up, which I believe there's a very low chance of that happening right now, but there is a chance. Oh well. In the meantime, I can enjoy the music. Let's see. I have this thing here ready, and I do. Okay. Let me actually lower the volume of this a little bit. I feel like one thing that may pose something of a problem, I guess I can fade this out as well. On this format of displaying the track. Okay, here we go. Is that I don't think the volume levels and all these are equalized quite as well as they are on iTunes, I guess. But yeah, WarioWare. Pretty cool game, and pretty much the commencement of a franchise. And pretty cool soundtrack as well. Actually, can never remember what came out first, if it was this or Wario Land 4, but one of these two games pretty much also began this kind of a audio style. And admittedly, I'm not too sure how like how many games you actually see this very specific type of audio in, but it's definitely very distinctive to these two games on the Game Boy Advance. You're interested in the chase, Monopede set up your track, yeah. It's pretty much one of the things that I definitely commented on. I've already tested, demoed, not really tested, more demoed because I already played it before, but I did demo WarioWare Touched on here already, but even though one of the stages there is Steam After Mono Pizza, I did come out after WarioWare Twisted, because yeah, Twisted was on the GBA. Alright, here we go. But yeah, the background audio for the Mona stage, I guess we can just be whatever, I don't know. Zero, that is my name. Perfect. Well, I'd like to imagine I know that much. It's basically not as good. That's the end of my thought that I interrupted, because I do that a lot, as you'll notice. Remember playing Twisted in public, waiting for classes to start, people would look at you like you were crazy. I remember when I was in fucking university. There were a few times when... Oh, I guess we're just about to start, so I might as well go ahead and start a timer now. There were a few times when we were in like these large rooms. They're not really like the lecture halls you see in like movies and stuff. They don't really look like that. They're just like large flat rooms for the most part. But they were pretty large rooms because, you know, a good number of people would be in each class, and someone would just be like, well, you know, because there's so many people here, I can get away with slacking off and, I don't know, playing games on my iPad or something while class is going on. And I do remember one time I saw someone doing that. Oh boy. So gameplay is happening, but I did see someone doing that who tried to play Temple Run on an iPad, I think, which was, or is, rather. Game where you have to physically tilt the thing to, like, avoid obstacles and such, and so he just kind of figured that that was probably too awkward to keep doing in the middle of class and try to get away with it, so gave up pretty quickly. I do remember very briefly playing, like bringing a laptop, which was allowed sometimes for like note-taking and what have you. And one time I very briefly played like fucking Kingdom Hearts Breath by Sleep in class on a PSP emulator. But again, that didn't last terribly long because you also have like the other people who are actually there and are taking the class to bear in mind. So now that that story time is over, let's check out what the boss stage is here. I'm not too sure if we'll really be able to get to like any of the tracks that are in Chase, because I feel like any of the tracks that would be, I guess, extended enough, if you want to call it that, to be in the Chase are like collated versions of like overall background tracks for God, how do I describe this? Why words failing me right now? Like tracks that are heard throughout in the entire stages, as opposed to you know, these short loops that we've been hearing so far. Guess I'll just try to see if I can get to any of these stages in question. Because the ones that are in that I remember are Dr. Krieger 1 and the Cat and Anna 1. And I don't think we're gonna be able to get that right away. Yeah, right now we have to go through the Jimmy stage, and I don't remember if either of those are gonna be in like the set of stages that are come right after that, but I guess we'll see. Sporting big hair and big sports. Leave me 15 cell messages to clear this stage. Get your sport on. Get over 20 and get the hookup, but you can't really get more than the minimum on the first run. That's how these work, kind of. Because once you get the minimum to clear the stage, it automatically ends it for you the first time you're going through. So I'm not even sure if we are going to be having like even a ghost of a chance of checking out the PRO minigame. Because I don't think that stuff is even unlocked until you clear all of the regular stages, so...
Come on, PJ.
So let's see. I'm just kind of assuming that, yeah, I totally know all of these well enough at this point that I definitely won't have any trouble getting through them. But that, in actuality, remains to be seen. I did play this quite a good bit since way back in the day when I first started using emulators, though, so that's quite a long time ago, just put it that way. Let's just say that the stuff that we can do on emulators at this point is a lot more than was possible on a wide scale at that moment.
Oh
I suppose it probably is a good idea to like have something else to talk about while these stages are going on, because they just kind of go by so quickly that you can't really comment on them too much. They're pretty self-explanatory, I feel. But I'm being clear, and you can figure how each one of these works. To move a little faster than I was expecting, but all's well that ends well. Oops. And then you get stuff like that, which kind of takes you by surprise. Oop. I feel like the perspective on this trampoline one always confused me, because I remember when I played it a lot of the time, it felt like I was moving the entire stage instead of just the trampoline itself. Well, I guess we're already kind of being put to the test here, so can I get through the boss stage without messing up horribly? This fake punch-out stages. I think you get this, like a copy of this stage in one of the later WarioWare games, like, I can't remember if it's gold or one of the earlier ones. Might be gold, I'm thinking of, yeah. Probably. It's pretty much exactly the same kind of gameplay that you see there, where it's pretty much just punch-out. For a little bit. Very simplified punch-out. Well, as you might imagine, the one in what I believe is called has better graphics. Smooth groove. I mean, I feel like we're definitely past the days of flip phones now, but besides some people, I'm sure they're still available in some form for some people who really like that aesthetic, but even if that has pretty much gone out of fashion for the most part, I don't believe that posting videos of animals has in any way, shape or form. Moving on to the next three. To figure out what they are. The other one is... oh, we got Dribble and Spitz there, so I guess we could start with that one. Guessing Cat, Nana and Krygor are past the next checkpoint after that, but yeah, Dribble and Spitz, I forgot. Or another one where... oh, I forgot to read the description, but oh well. They actually use like an overall track. A track that like plays continuously instead of being short loops throughout their stage. I mean, I had a Motorola Racer in like 2006, yeah. I don't know, I don't think I really... I don't know at which point I would have switched up with flip phones either, honestly. I remember I was using one of those in high school. That was a hand-me-down too. It wasn't super old, but it was a hand-me-down. And the funny thing though is that I remember at that time I had an iPod Touch as well, but I don't think I've ever had an iPhone, like something that is like a smartphone kind of thing that actually was a phone as well as being the rest of it, the rest of that stuff that it does. I remember that back in those days I pretty much had that stuff separated. But let's see. Start collecting that fare. And that one, I didn't even make the connection the first time I played this at all, I'm not sure, but that was pretty much Excite Bike. But different. And then there's that, this is sorta kinda not really Space Harrier, but you don't do anything except avoid oncoming obstacles. Of course, the ongoing track that you have here is dynamic, as you might imagine, if you actually end up... oh, okay, that was pretty lucky, actually. Pretty sure if you mess up, it sounds different. And as you might imagine, the sort of collated version doesn't take into account the tempo changes that keep occurring, I don't think. Maybe it does, and I'm just... have a really bad memory, as I've already proven, but oh shit. Not even sure how true that might be. Could try to confirm it like right after this, but Actually, if I even remember, because technically we've gotten this far in the time isn't even half over. So maybe we will be able to at least take a look at the next trio of stages that come after the checkpoint, who knows. Oh shit. Yeah, I've always been kind of curious, I feel, about the character in those microgames where you drive this scooter. Is he wearing a scarf? Is he some kind of a criminal or rebel hero or something like that? Because he must have something going on if he's getting dynamite thrown at him. Oh shit. Maybe it's just a stunt driver, who knows. And then there's that microgame, which I think we also saw in like the very, this one, the very first set of stages, but clearly must have been inspired from the town with no name. Okay, I was gonna make some kind of comment about how I thought that minigame where you press this button when it's at the top of the like charging meter is near the top is supposed to be harder, but technically not, because we're playing this in a different set of stages. So and because we're doing it for the first time, we're stuck at the lowest difficulty tier. It gets harder if you like replay them. And after you clear each boss stage, you do, in fact, get a difficulty raise. Oh boy, let's see if I can also do button mashing here. I think for this one all you really have to do, if I remember, is knock it into the center there. Which can be a little obnoxious, but not too much, if you're lucky. Oh, you know what, it occurs to me I have once again, like, when the time for this game is more than half over, I've once again committed my gaffe of not at all remembering to change the name of the game that I'm playing on the screen. Even though I somehow managed to remember that for the first game that I played. It's funny how that works. I don't think you want to touch this thing, but you do want to clean it out properly so that you can shoot it, as you might imagine. There we go. I'll take this opportunity to very discreetly change this thing that I forgot to change entirely. Oh, no, blind break, just do it like that. There we go. And now we watch the end of this storyline with this person who looks like he came from Earthbound. Was actually a merman all along. And I'm pretty sure we also get the beginning of a running gag with these characters' stages in these games. I forgot to collect the fare. How are we gonna put food on the table like this? Dribble or Spitz or whoever was the one that didn't speak there. Or did speak there, I guess. And there you go. Oh, all clear. I was judge you, Belle. I don't know what kind of judgment you had of me prior to that, but maybe now we can actually read the description. I guess we do unlock some of the side stuff before the end game, after all. I don't think that's going to include Pioro, though. I feel like that's definitely something that's not available until the end. So that's I guess that was the sci-fi genre, that's what I missed. Collecting fares and losing hairs, but our games are the hubscap. All will work like dogs on this lineup, even though only one of us will, you know. Well, we can do Mana next week. Hey Mana, I'm super busy. Late again, so I've got to ditch 15 cups to save time, oh boy. So the games are boring, but not mine. They're strange, but perfect for a guy like you. Oh yeah. I was actually confused as to why they're saying, oh, well, that's literally what I name myself. I forgot that. So it's not like a speech quirk. It's literally throwing out the name that I entered that I forgot that I entered. Maybe I should have, done one of the gag names that's popular to put into like Zelda games and what have you. Where you know that characters in game are gonna call you by that name, like my dude, I say, or something simple like bitch. Simple pleasures sometimes. What else? I feel like there's definitely more names like that. That are pretty much specifically designed to stand out that much more when you get them as in-game feedback. Can't think of too many more than those at the moment, though. Oh no, this kid's inconvenienced me for like 8 seconds. I'm gonna be late because of that. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that these little animal minions that Mona has are a recurring thing that we also see in the other games after this one to some extent, but I forgot that they also show up in this one. Alright, time to be a rather conspicuous criminal element. I'm sure this will in no way affect my job. Or is it really worth not being late for work if this is what you have to do to accomplish that? Oh boy. I don't know if I necessarily caught a specific declared theme for these minigames, but I guess it's supposed to be weird or not boring. That's like the clearest part of the description that I caught, I'm pretty sure. Minigames might be a little bit more on the, weird and quirky side, which, funny enough, if WarioWare Smooth Moves, which has one for the Wii, ever makes it into a chase, I'm pretty sure I could demo that off of real hardware, because I do have that one. I liked playing that quite a bit. And I do remember that one of the stages, I think it's a boss stage even in that game, is like when you have to play as giant fingers to pick a nose or something like that. So you kind of get the kind of aesthetic that they maintain throughout these games sometimes. That kind of humor. Oh god. It's actually kind of stressful because you hear those freaking whispers that occur during that thread in the game. I feel like they just kind of freak you out more than anything and make it hard to focus. It's kind of like in Wii Fit, not Wii Fit, is it Wii Fit? Might be Wii Fit that I'm thinking of, where they have like a minigame. You have to just sit perfectly still for a little while. But the way that they translate the in-game text that describes the objective of that minigame in some languages makes it kind of sound like something spooky is going to happen to try and throw you off balance, so it becomes a test that's probably more of a test than it was intended to be. What the hell you did it? Yeah, honestly, I would say that that's pretty impressive if you can consistently make it 1 minute, less than 1 minute really, before the, I guess, cut-off time for you showing up to work is supposed to be. It's gonna be the entire army of kids that we witnessed before. I mean, maybe. Don't see enough of them to confirm or deny that. Alright. Get out of here. Wow. Oh, guy, you did it. That's supposed to be a 0, I'm pretty sure that's what I input, but if you read it as a letter O, it's more like they're addressing you reverently whenever they talk to you like that. We have less than a minute left, so I don't think we're going to be able to get through the 9-volt thing, which is Nintendo-themed minigames. It's like Nintendo-themed games adapted to the minigame format. So we could check out Jump Forever for downwards of a minute. See how well we do. 50 is a high score. This could be another track, I'm pretty sure, that could potentially be put in the chase, honestly. Same kind of logic as the tracks that are in already from this game. And yes, you can tell it's not just literally do the same thing infinitely. Some switch up to make it more challenging. And it's not a one-way thing either. So I'm sure we'll find out if I get far enough. Oh, we're about to run out of time. Glance over at that too, so I don't get surprised when that happens. God, okay. Can I make it 50 or over 50 though? Oh, yes we can. And now random speed, okay, so it's random speed for each jump now, not just, oh, there we go. Just random speed that stays consistent for each jump. Starting with that one until it says so again, no, it's literally, at that point, each jump has a random speed individually. Excellent, now get out there and jump. Oh, you can also move left and right, I forgot about that, I guess you don't need to do that at the point that I got to, but... pretty sure that if you do get far enough, that is in fact a thing. That I think the dudes that are actually swinging the rope do in fact start to move back and forth, I think. But yeah, that was WarioWare. Another game successfully, well that was WarioWare, the first one on the GBA, more specifically. We still do have one more on the demo thing, which is WarioWare Gold, which I'm not terribly sure, honestly, that does come up if I'm going to be able to play that seamlessly, but I hope so. I should probably test that, honestly, but... because that one does need to use... oh yeah, by the way, forgot how low that was. Well, that's with you, track was playing, so let's say hello to that briefly while I spin the wheel again. But yeah, the thing about WarioWare Gold is that it uses the gyro on the 3DS. And the perfectly legitimate and not at all dodgy 3DS that I would be using to play it. Of course, just need to make sure that that actually works with the setup that I found for it, but let's see what game is next here. And if I actually remember to change the thing immediately... oh boy. That is a somewhat apropos segue here, juxtaposition. Let's switch over to Space Harrier. One of various old school Sega games which pretty much up until I was preparing this, I pretty much had only played in game in whether it be the Shenmue games, or the very brief period of time during which I played Yakuza 0 on stream, which I do, it's not dead, I do want to say that. It will happen again eventually, but the circumstances need to be a little bit more, more reliable, put it that way, for that to actually happen, but let me see, shouldn't be too hard to head over to Space Harrier here. If I am lucky, I should find it on this list. I believe I have. Let me check something real quick with this music playlist that is being sourced off, honestly. Or actually, no, honestly, I don't know why I said honestly. Okay, so there's a lot of Borderlands review tracks on this playlist, as you might imagine. So I'm going to take a quick look at that, because I kind of forgot to what extent that was present on here, but... oh, it's present to a great extent. So let's see. This track is, yeah, less than 25 seconds away from finishing, so I think it will fade out. I suppose for now I'll leave it in suspense as to what the next track is going to be. I know what it's going to be because I can actually see the upcoming tracks on the music player window, but you can't. Okay, yeah. Actually, well, never mind. I thought it was going to fade out. Well, spoilers, this is what the next track is going to be, but I thought that was going to fade out, but it didn't. Oh well. Let's see. Anyway, we're going to play Space Harrier. Let's see if we can actually get that on the screen, which we should be able to in just a moment. There we go. 3, 2, 1. And here we are. We can insert some coins, or I can wait around and see if it's going to go into like a demo mode, which is going to go into a demo mode, but it is just as moot as the name of the first stage, I guess, because it doesn't play the music during this part. So let me see. Let's just actually, I guess I'm going to insert a coin. We got 3 lives, I can just flex my wealth to give myself infinite lives, I guess, just like in Afterburner 2. So I will press start and then immediately start the clock, I think. Alright, welcome to the fantasy zone, get ready. Oh god. I guess this game is going to be the real test of how quickly I can button mash. Okay, so there are 2 buttons, I think, if not 3, no, there's at least 3 buttons I think here, and apparently all of them do the same thing, they just shoot. I think I could do the music being a little bit louder so I can focus on a little bit of sound effects, but yeah, it'll be like this, I think. Oh god, I don't know where the mushroom clouds came from there, but yeah. I guess it is very much, you know, that little minigame we saw in WarioWare with you have to avoid the buildings is actually kind of applicable, because you do have to, I actually haven't played this to the extent that I would be able to remember this easily, but because you do have to do quite a bit of just avoid running into stuff in this game as well as fight enemies in a very projectile tool. Just like I can't, as you can see.
Get ready.
Many more battle scenes will soon be available, but not yet. I suppose. So I think you do have to hit the dragon's head here to actually do damage. And it doesn't really do much if you don't do that, but yeah, it's a little bit difficult. It's not the easiest test to keep yourself centered or balance, but I did it.
You're doing great.
Giza. I tell you, Peter, you're Giza. Maybe we're talking about the Giza that has architecture that looks like freaking Angkor Wat and also the Easter Island heads. Well, not really the Easter Island heads, but how many places have stone heads that look quite like that? I mean, I say that now, but someone could say, like, hey, the Olmecs had giant stone heads, but they didn't look like this.
Get ready.
I think it's pretty well known what the Olmec heads look like. Oh, and they're flying now. That's a little menacing. Well, at least if they fly, they don't run into you. Oh, but you can, as you can see, I can run into stuff all by myself just fine. And in fact, I hadn't noticed, but it seems like you can't actually blast these columns out of the way. They do seem to be impervious to our attacks. Oh no.
Get ready.
Oh, I've been ready. Any more battle scenes? Well, you say will soon be available. I'm gonna flex my wealth a little bit so I can ensure my survival. Yep. So apparently even if you... Oh god, what? Okay, but I thought there was something green in the background, but I didn't quite catch what it was. Maybe it was just another one of those heads. And now Amar. You know, Amar is supposed to, like, remind you of something. That name. Amar is the infinitive form of the verb to love in Spanish. I can tell you that much. Oh no.
Get ready.
Because apparently we got a lot more mushroom-like structures in here. Look out. I'm very bad at dodging. suppose at least at this point, seeing the mushroom clouds would make sense. But we got these enemies, if we don't see them again. Yeah, they look kind of like the balloons from Castlevania games, I think, which... Funnily enough, I guess I can... Might as well mention it now. I can't imagine many more situations where this would be relevant. Pretty sure I once read a short story by Arthur Conan Doyle called The Horror of the Heights. Oh no. God, I'm failing so hard right now. But yeah, you know, surprise by Arthur Conan Doyle actually wrote quite a bit of like occult and horror fiction later on in his life, because he basically became... He like got more into that stuff, partially as a result of his son dying. But in that short story, The Horror of the Heights, he talks about like a theoretical exploration of the sky, pretty much, because aviation was just starting to become a thing when it was written. And the story's about some dude who goes up in the sky. Just ensure my survival here. And finds like a whole world of creatures up there. It's kind of like the ocean, except not really, but I'm pretty sure I do remember. What the fuck? Alright, I assume that's not actually gonna crush me, which is... I'm pretty sure I've never seen this far into the game, there is that. But one of the creatures that's described in that short story does resemble the balloon monsters that you see in the Castlevania series from like Castlevania 3 and I'm pretty sure quite a few games started with that one. They're like air jellyfish. That's... I don't remember if the short story talks about them like splitting into like smaller spores when they like burst, but I think just their general shape description was what reminded me of the Castlevania enemies. I was fighting giant robots.
You're doing great.
Oh, and we made it to the bonus stage where we can't fly. We can only or shoot. I don't know what type of this. Oh, he's we're gonna ride the Lock Dragon. Let's go, Falcor. I actually have no idea what that character's original name was, the Neverending Story Dragon, but did have to read that book on in high school. Because we just have to wreck as many trees as possible during this stage.
You're doing great.
And I do remember I read a Spanish translation, as you might imagine. And in that one, that character's name was translated as Fur. F-U-J-U-R, so I had no idea what the German original would have been, because that's what it would have been in German. Maybe I can find out someday. That did also lead me to the Momo when I was in high school, another book by, I could say Michael Ende, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Michael Ende. That I liked quite a bit.
Get ready.
I'm pretty sure it was just Falcor in German as well. That would make sense, I guess. Pretty sure I got fortunate because right when I was in high school, they actually came out with like a local quote, or like a national publisher came out with a reprint of that book, Momo. So that was nice. They actually came out with a movie of Momo in like the 50s or something. Probably the 60s, more like slightly after the 50s. Where John Huston was one of the main characters in that.
Get ready.
He was also in the movie Chinatown, I believe, which I actually have not seen, even though I know
Get ready.
the line from that movie that everybody quotes. I'm not quite sure what's happening, I guess, based on the
You're doing great.
yeah, based on the music and based on the fact that those things were not going away. That was the boss of that stage. Just kind of trying to cheese everything and somehow not quite doing as well as I did in Afterburner, even though I think that would probably be you would imagine that would be a more complicated game surviving. You know, it's actually kind of more or less the same, how would I think about this. I think you have the movement controls in Afterburner too. Well, it doesn't matter which one you talk about, I think, because I'm pretty sure I'm going into the fact that pretty sure Afterburner 2 is pretty much just a revised version of Afterburner 1. Done better stuff. Oh shoot. Actually didn't think I was going to get hit by that one. But yeah, it's the same kind of controls, I think, except that the movement in Afterburner isn't quite as quote-unquote smooth as in this one. Oh, you can run into the enemies and die that way. Wasn't even sure, to be honest. Like, I've been pretty much completely avoiding that until that moment. What do we get this time? Alright, there we go. Managed to do that boss. So much better than all the other ones that killed me at least once, I think. Into stage 8, either I have no idea how many stages there are, but if there's anything like Afterburner where you can just bribe your way to victory in the arcade. Should be good enough to, you know, to allow me to do exactly that. And potentially get to the end if similar to this one, which I suppose there must be, because unless these stage names are randomly generated, I can't imagine that there will be that many of them. Wouldn't that be something though? Funnily enough, you know, looking at the parts of the game that I've made it to in this particular run, oh, killed by a tree. I feel like if there is one other game that the aesthetics of this game remind me of, it would be No Man's Sky, funnily enough. I think I was talking about that game earlier today. Yeah, in a piece of Hannah's stream I mentioned, I was hanging out there for a bit, and pretty much just talking about how the gameplay looked for that, particularly when it comes to the end. Oh shit, different music. I was going to talk about that later, or just completely forget about it, because I feel like I want to focus on what's happening here a little bit more. Can we actually hurt the big stone head in the middle? Oh, a little test of skill. It seems like all my bullets are bouncing off it, but nope, I guess that was not the final boss that I suspected it might be. We go straight on to stage 9 ready instead. Yeah, maybe I don't need to finish that thought about No Man's Sky after all. I feel like most people already probably heard about that if they know about that game, that the end game is just kind of weird. Not necessarily worth it, shall we say. Even though a lot of aspects of that game are actually pretty good in its current state. And I can attest to that as well, having played a substantial amount of it myself, but not actually bothering to get to the endgame. I don't want to lose my chance here, so... Oh shit. Alright, that went not badly. Guess we're doing great. Made it to Minia, which just looks just like the previous stage that we did that had mushrooms in it, I'm pretty sure. I wonder what that could mean. Well, I guess at this point I can just preemptively say that I suppose I will go as far as either my skill or the time limit takes me in this game. If we somehow run out of time and we have not made it to some kind of ultimatum yet, I suppose that's where that's going to be left, unless it really looks like the ultimatum is about to come in like 2 more seconds. Kind of like when I played Agent X, where I wasn't even sure what was going to happen, but I didn't want to quit because I'd never made it that far into that game. Yeah, it turns out that turns out that Agent X on the ZX Spectrum is 100% a game that you can beat in less than 20 minutes. You have like at least a ghost of an idea of what you're doing.
Get ready.
Give me just 1 second, okay? Evil space death ray shooting orbs that shoot these death ray pellets at me. I need 1 second so I can slot another one of these quarters into the machine. Now, when I did see these arcade machines, I don't think I ever saw this game like on an actual IRL arcade machine, but I do remember when I was a kid, like corner stores near me had a lot of fighting games and what have you, Street Fighter and DC. Which I never really played too much of myself, but my cousins loved doing it, so I got to see them do that. I'm pretty sure that the tokens that we used to actually, you know, activate those machines over here and get credits for a game were like 50-cent coins, which I don't think exist anymore.
Get ready.
Or at least not in the same form that they used to. They used to be like these somewhat large, I think like octagonal or decagonal or something like that shaped yellow coins. They were like dull yellow. And they were like, yeah, 50 cents each. And they still exist, like the 50 cent coins definitely still exist, but they are now much smaller and they are silver colored. And I have no idea if like if those old arcade machines would even still take those kinds of coins or not. Well, that's what I remember. I remember seeing like House of the Dead. I remember seeing MVC and Street Fighter, and I'm pretty sure I remember seeing Metal Slug as well. Oh shit, I forgot I'm supposed to be breaking shit. Let's just focus on causing as much wanton destruction as possible with these, like, jets and structures that are raised above the ground. Alright. We're so rich, there's absolutely no way that we'll be able to use the top score here. How many stages are there? I think there were like 17 stages. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I'm pretty sure I thought about it at least. Just trust me on that. But yeah, I think there were 17 stages not in this game, but Afterburner 2, which I was also talking about before. So maybe this game has something like that, and that's raise the question, will we be able to see whatever the theoretical limit is before the next 5 minutes are up? Not if I keep up like this, I don't think. Focus. I guess I can just, instead of trying to wreck as much shit as possible, which is kind of an implicit goal in any game like this, I feel. And try to be a bit more survivalist. And I can, I remember that game, Raise the Sun, that I think some people here might remember. I think a bunch of people back in the old days managed to get that game for free on Steam. I feel like this has that same kind of a dynamic in a way. It's more about getting as far as possible and just not dying than anything else. God. I mean, if they've cranked up the speed to this much, surely there can't be that much more challenge left after this. Oh shit. I am a little tempted to just kind of mash the, excuse me, did I say mash? What I clearly meant was squish as many quarters into this machine as possible to see what happens. Okay, I guess that's what happens if you like put enough credits in that the lives overflow. Oh my god.
Get ready.
I only made it through. And we are in fact seeing like different, I'm pretty sure unique designs for these bosses at the end of each stage that we actually are able to make it to, so I guess that does kind of imply that there should be an actual, you know, concrete end of the game, but oh dear. Will we be able to destroy the green muggy head and make it to Visor? How much further than Visor will we be able to make it furthermore? Yeah, that was unfortunate timing.
Get ready.
Let's see, give you that, you know, mercy period after you die and resurrect. To get rid of whatever is going to kill you if you don't do that. So just take care of that immediately. Once you are back in the field.
Get ready.
You know, I mentioned how these ones of these robots that makes that kind of a blue and grey color scheme remind me a bit of Pepsi Man. There's raised a question in my mind of when exactly the Pepsi Man commercials started. Was Pepsi Man a series of commercials in Japan? Because I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the story of Pepsi Man. A series of Japanese commercials for Pepsi. Were the commercials a thing before or after the PlayStation game?
Get ready.
I feel like this is actually more apropos than I care to admit, because I actually have been playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on my own time, and I actually finished that game yesterday, and the final boss in that game It's kind of a bizarre exercise in choosing your own resource management as much as possible, because I feel like it's the only moment in the game, except possibly for the very start of the game, when you really have to just spam inventory items to stay alive. And it just kind of becomes a test of, you know, keep yourself buffed and watch your health, and as soon as your health gets below a certain threshold, just quickly spam a healing medpack. And that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of what I'm doing here with the lives. Like, sure don't want to run out of lives, so don't want to let them get too low. As soon as they get below a certain threshold, just go and spam the add more lives thing by dropping a coin in the machine. Which is clearly what I'm doing every time. So sure I was gonna die by running into that, but oh god. Well, we are one stage away from the one that in my mind is the final stage, or would be if it matches the final stage. Maybe this is the final stage, maybe this is the final boss I'm looking at here, who knows. I don't. But we made it to Narc, so yes, we're definitely gonna be finishing stage 17 at any rate. I don't know how many stages there actually are in this, but if there are in fact more than 17, I guess this is gonna be where we draw the line, because we're about to run out of time. Wait, what? Okay, no, never mind, I was looking at a different piece of feedback for the OBS thing. I thought I was looking at the OBS window directly, but no, I wasn't. I was looking at something else. So I thought I had more time left than I actually did, but like I said, I think because we've come this far, I'm at least going to finish level 17 and see what lies there. Many more battle scenes, yeah. But I suppose, in a quantum sense, there is an infinite amount of battle scenes, so that's technically not false advertising. Oh god, you know what, that red wall, what's to be? Oh shit, oh this looks pretty significant, see. Wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be the final boss. It's Ghoster from Ghostbusters, except that it's actually a much more buff version this time. At the beginning of this game. Oh god. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I might keep going just a little bit longer because we apparently made it to the next stage, but we're fighting a boss immediately once we go into the next stage, which tells me that it's probably, I guess this is a boss rush, which tells me that the end game is probably imminent. I was not expecting a boss rush in this game, tell me what, but I'm a little tempted to, you know, try and change. I guess I'll do it right now. Hold on, real quick. Switch off the window just so I can cycle the clock. The stop so it's not just flashing red constantly. Squilla. This is where you learn all the boss names. Squilla was the first boss that we fought, right? Big dragon guy. It's actually kind of trickier to target than a lot of the later bosses, funnily enough. Who else is here? Ida. Or Ida, whatever you want us to call it. Which is apparently just the green monkey head from the barbarian configuration, but with stone heads around it instead of whatever the other one had. Salpedan reminds me a little bit of enemies from Castlevania, those bone dragons, skeleton things that just shoot fireballs at you, and sure enough this one does exactly the same thing. Coincidence? Sure. Oh, it's the same as the other floating heads with stuff that surrounds the bosses, but this one is a giant stone head instead of the green monkey head.
Get ready.
Alright, been ready for the past 20 plus minutes. Ooh. Just trying to do this efficiently because I don't want this to like turn into another 20 minutes, but there we go. Valdice next. It's just another one of these Bone Dragon King from Castlevania enemies, but it's just one of them instead of two. But it also means that it's also literally the same as the first dragon boss that we fought, I'm pretty sure, but just with a different color paint. Something, congratulations, you win Uriah. Okay, never mind, I guess I died right as I kicked out the final blow to the final boss. So is that what this particular log dragon is called, Uriah? Yeah, there we go. And it took the final boss rush. So I was one stage off in my estimates as to what was the actual end of the game. So let me leave my name, I don't know. Well, it's kind of weird that the stick doesn't work for this like it did for controlling most of the games, so... That will do me, thanks. There we go. My name is forever immortalized in the Space Harrier Hall of Fame. And that is effectively another of those games that I've actually managed to beat in the, well, not quite within the 20 minutes allotted to play each of these games, but effectively. Oh wait, what am I doing? I don't want to do that. I'll do this. I can switch off the window and let's bring the, I guess I can just restart this song completely. As we figure out what to do next. Got a little bit more time now, so don't really have to rush through stuff. But yeah, that was Space Harrier, a game that I have managed to beat on stream as part of this list. So let's head over to the oldie wheel after I take a quick drink. And figure out what we're going to be doing next. Probably should be taking more frequent drinks, but you know. And let's see. With my own volition. What do we got? Wait, what? My trap is there, but we've already done my trap. I don't know where that's there. I'm gonna have to respin it. Did I forget to erase it from this one? I guess I must have, but yeah, we've already done my trap, so... We're gonna have to redo this one. I feel like that's probably the only time that I forgot to erase something. What could be next? That could be another... Yeah, it's either gonna be the one right below that one, which is Tetris and Dr. Mario, or the one that we actually landed on, which is Parodius, which I still don't remember if that's... Like, I presume I prepared that one if I put it on the wheel, but... I don't really remember if I prepared the... I think it's a SNES version or the arcade version. I see that I have the arcade version, so I guess we're going for that. I think that should match the stuff that's in the chase, but I don't know. I suppose we're gonna check it out anyway. So if I do have the arcade version and I have any kind of assurance that it works, it should be here somewhere, I think. Yeah, here it is. And let's take this opportunity, this break in the track, kind of, not really a break, but you know. I don't know, milestone in the track, let's call it. To go ahead and get this game here. Also, hello, default. How's it going? Parodius. I have no idea if this game is... Oh, also, would be good if I didn't also completely forget. It's just gonna keep happening. To change the name of the Parodius, you know, Parodius. Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember if this is technically gonna be like a Japanese release of this or what, but maybe it doesn't matter, maybe it does matter, because I maybe could have tried to read that if I had stayed on the screen a little bit longer, because we can check out this intro. And you know, as I look upon this title screen, it kind of occurs to me that I don't think I've ever actually played a Gradius game. I'm pretty sure it's the direct predecessor to Parodius, so... Surely that won't matter, but all these things that happen throughout history. 1989, 1990. In 1990, an octopus comes out of behind the side and gives you a big old smooch. Alright, let's start the clock and deposit a coin. 1 or 2 players, well... One player only, I think it's gonna be. We can do Vic Viper, Octopus, Twin Bee, or Pentaro. I don't know. I feel like Ventaro is probably more like the mascot, so let's try Ventaro. Auto power up or manual power up, missile shot, missile blow power, I guess let's do the simplified version, I don't know. I have no idea what this is actually going to entail, but I'm sure we're about to find out. Oh dear, you can't move very fast, can you? I'm sure it won't matter. Ooh, oh. Can we fight these out of needles? Like, they're squirting a little bit of blue fluid as they slowly enchain on you. Well, I feel like there's some voice clips going on, but I have no idea what they're saying. Doesn't seem like they would be in English, but I don't know. I feel like I just heard action. I'm not sure what's up with that bell, but not sure if we can touch the the edges of the screen. I guess that maybe answers my question there. It's like in Silver Surfer. Well, it's not. I shouldn't say that. It's not quite as bad as in Silver Surfer, where the amount of room that you have to actually operate is ridiculously small. But at least it does have that kind of mechanic where you do in fact die if you touch the edges. Seems like you do have to go pretty far into the edges to actually die though. Like the hitbox is pretty generous in that regard. Can I open this thing up? I guess I can, but I don't actually get anything out of it. Except just that destroyed chest sprite. Oh shit. I know what's up with that bell still, but all I really knows about it is that apparently I can't destroy it. And I guess it keeps coming back. Oh, and I'm dropping like pink bombs on the floor. Oh, you're gonna apparently collect it though. I guess I shouldn't have been shooting it, or maybe shooting it makes it give you more points once you eventually do collect it. I'm not really sure. My own self. Oh, I did not catch sight of that projectile. Surely it won't be completely demolished this early on into the game. Wait, what? I don't think I did run into... Oh. What if I put in more credits? Can I brave my way to victory in this one? It's gonna be pretty embarrassing if I can't. Yeah, please continue. I will do that. I guess we can try a different character. Octopus, why not? Let's try the novelty of the actual characters instead of the ships first. Oh, and you don't have to restart the stage, which I thought you might have to do if you go so far as to continue like that, but I guess not. You are. Oh, I was like, why is this completely different shape? It's because you're a different character, I guess. Okay, I think the voice that occasionally comes on to tell you that like, you know, you've unlocked a new power-up, or you are now using a power-up, I guess. It is in fact in English. It is, still I would say unexpected. Unless you were being attacked by bees, but I wonder if these bees are twins. Oh boy, what's about to happen here? This treasure got a cat airship. Okay, so I think I might have spotted a certain hiccup once this particular track comes on. And that I don't think this is in fact the same version of the soundtrack that the Chase uses. Simply a different audio source. I can't remember what the actual classical name of this is, but I think it might be like Beethoven, because I'm pretty sure this is the same, well, at least part of that was the same. Oh shit, and then there's this is not Beethoven at all, this is fucking, what's his name? It's one of the Bumblebee, I forget what the guy who made it is, but I'm pretty sure that the one that was, or probably was by Beethoven, plays at the end of the movie of A Clockwork Orange. Can't I remember what the... Is it Corsica, or am I completely mixing that up? I feel like I might be mixing that up. Dude who made Flight of the Bumblebee. Rimsky Korsakov. That name seems to ring a bell, but I can't be certain. these freaking flunky penguins of this big penguin house seem to be very resilient in the old obstacle. So we better just focus on taking the big penguin at this point. Alright. Oh, and I guess the stage transition is seamless. Assuming that we are making it to like at least stage 2 here. I don't know if we have to process a little bit faster too. I feel like, yeah, one thing that I definitely noticed about the penguin is that he goes kind of slow. Speed up. Oh, I guess we do have speed up. I don't know if I activated that manually or if that's activated automatically once you resurrect or something. Two-way missile. Or maybe you have to... see, I don't know how the power-ups work, but I guess they do seem to be linked to like how many of these things you collect. Tell you I'm alright. Right, we have this what the fuck? Alright. This missile now, because we seem to be getting attacked from all sorts of different angles at this time. Okay, I guess that was like... that microphone power-up you can do in some of the creative games where you just have a certain limited number of uses that you can do it with, or I guess these things are not things that we should be concerned with destroying if we can just go past them. A bit of vertical freedom here. I was expecting that. Ooh, Ripple Laser. Well, this does give us more diagonal conal coverage, I don't know. What you would call this really, but yeah, let's just get as far away from the clowns as quickly as possible. Probably sage advice in many different situations. Oh jeez. Look at all the bees. Are they coming from the gift boxes? You can't destroy all the gift boxes, surely. Not with the amount of resources we have in this particular endeavor. The music is changing. Oh, this is the, I think this is the Twin Bee theme, isn't it? Yeah, now that thing is coming into view from the left side of the screen, I believe I did hear a description for this encounter before, when the Twin Bee theme played in the chase. I don't know if I should be... Nope, I guess we shouldn't be trying to... We have to, like, go under the legs on it. It raises them up a little bit so that we can actually get behind her legs. I don't know. No, we have sped up. I don't know if... Okay, I was wondering if I touch this, because it seems like if we do have to wait for the legs to, like, go up and down. Well, let's try someone else. Speed up. It seems like we have the same powers for the most part. I don't know. Let's try Twin Bee. If this is in fact the Twin Bee theme like I think it is, then it should be pretty fitting, probably. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss as to what exactly I'm meant to do here. I got speed up. Apparently Twin Bee here is not very fast even with speed up. Let's wait a little bit longer. See if we can like clear a space on the left edge of the screen for us to maybe safely here. Okay. Are we supposed to attack her now that we made it, or just wait around? Not too sure. Oh no. Oh, okay. I didn't know she was gonna stop pacing there. I guess at the moment I just kind of have to assume that we do have to shoot her, or I don't know if it's shoot her or just survive for a certain amount of time now. Really don't know, but but I guess I figured out how to survive, sort of. Just her moving across the screen. Oh. Guess I'm gonna aim for the head. I don't know if I should do a head over each section, because it feels like the moving parts will be the ones that probably are gonna be. Oh. Probably the most resilient ones is what I would suspect, but I really don't know. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be past here. We might just be here for the next 9 minutes. But I will definitely make a considered effort, aided by my immeasurable wealth in feeding the arcade credits. More here about should really help me out. What the fuck? I don't think this is gonna help me out, but okay. Let's find out. Oh wait, what? Well, I'm just big and the cat shoots. Yeah, I really don't think it's gonna help me out there. I really have no idea if you know, any of these shots are actually doing anything, but okay. It does seem at least that the hitbox for trying to get onto her feet is actually pretty generous, if nothing else. And she's... oh, never mind, I guess we do have to just survive long enough to get away from this area. Assuming that she's not gonna make it past the walls here. Alright. What the fuck? Guess we actually did manage to overcome that obstacle after all, and now we have to fight a symbol of imperialism for it. Which sure enough ends up being our doom. So what exactly is gonna happen? When we restart, I guess we'll try the Viper. That's the only one we haven't tried yet. And if we end up dying from this point on, I think we'll just fall to the octopus, because that seemed to be the oh shit, one with oh god, the highest base speed, which I think is gonna turn out to be pretty important in this, because it's really a pain in the ass to try and move around with low speed. Oh fuck. Okay, yeah, especially when stuff like that happens. Doesn't really seem like you have much of a chance of surviving against this encounter if you don't like have some prior idea of how the movement patterns are gonna work. Movement patterns and attack patterns too, I guess. Okay, so stay on the very, very left edge of the screen when fighting this dude, because apparently he doesn't go all the way there. I'm forced to assume. But if you go any farther right than that, then you will die. There's some kind of terrible political joke to be made there, but let's not go that far. Just gonna stay all the way here. Just have to shoot him in the eye. You know, I guess the penguin boss in the first level did seem to have the weak spot in the belly button, but I guess this guy's weak spot must either be the face or the eye specifically. Alright, there we go. That would be the, technically I think would be the second Konami game where you fight some kind of giant chicken looking bird that there's like a America hat at the end of the level that I played. I wonder if anyone else can remember what the first one was, because I'm pretty sure I did that one on stream. I'm also pretty sure that I have already played that game on my own one before that, but I'll say this, it was part of a marathon that I did on here some years back. That is the main, oh shit, I got the freaking, what is this called again, like the actual track. It's, I'm going to remember, it's from Nutcracker, that's it. I don't quite remember what the original name for this composition is, but it's Tchaikovsky. It's not Dance of a Sugar Plum Fairy, that's the one that seems like a little more... I guess any melodic ensemble may or may not be apt words to describe that particular melody, but... I don't know. I can't remember if I ever actually learned what the actual original name of this composition is, but it's definitely not better. Oh, gosh, okay. It's a different sort of puzzle altogether here. Can I survive? I guess not. But I even haven't been able to like shoot fast enough to... Well, maybe those pumpkins can like eat through the giant fucking infinite barrier that of these colored beads that is over here. Please let me have some power ups. I don't know I'm gonna be able to do this. Vanilla loadout. So this might be as far as we go, I say once again. Proved to be false last time, but we do have... If I can actually unselect this and see all the sources on the screen clearly. We do have 3 minutes and a half left, so I'll pick the octopus again as I said I would, and see how we fare on reruns of this part of the stage. Fucking spam the fire button because we need as much room as... Oh god, it's humanly possible to... I mean, I guess the chance of surviving here, but even then, not sure if that's gonna be enough. What about if I press the other buttons? Okay, it's the same. Doesn't really make a difference, does it? Oof, okay. Well, this doesn't help me destroy more things, though, does it? Oh, Jesus. Well, that might have saved me if that hadn't spawned directly behind me and was gonna run into me. So I guess that's gonna be our order for the day. It's gonna be wait until we can see if I get far enough to where those things will start appearing and then not get killed by them, but actually be use them to our benefits, as it would. Okay. Gosh, yeah, I didn't think there was much of a chance of me being able to survive that. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it past here. Seems like a very chancy setup here. But I'll keep trying for the remaining 1 minute and 40 seconds. Otherwise it would cheapen this attempt. Yeah, speed up isn't really gonna help me out here, as it happens. Well. Just kind of wish I was trying... I don't think there's that many more buttons that I can try. It's like sort of a generic arcade loadout that I would expect this game to probably have. There's only 3 buttons and they all do the same thing, which is shoot, so... I don't know. If I don't open a path here, I feel like, you know, destroying these 3 things and getting their drops would possibly give me the best chance of survival here, but I don't know. Yeah. That didn't work out. I only get like 1 more credit's worth of trying here. The time we have left, I think. So let's give it a go. I can try to take the lower path here like I did before. I feel like they'd at least have the possibility of going a little bit farther there. Okay. Stay right here. Destroy these things and then go further and clear a path here. We'll try to. And then wait for the pumpkin to come along. And then go up here. I can't go up there though. Oh, there we go. And time's up, but... Is this same path that I took before? I don't believe that it is. Do at least one more attempt here. Until I run out of credits, which I believe is definitely about to happen, but let's actually confirm it. Okay, I'll try to... Nope. Even if we do make it past, I don't think we can get behind that thing. Alright, last credit, last attempt. Not really last credit, we definitely have enough credits to like keep spamming continue, but I'm not gonna keep doing it. I legitimately can't get past this. Because I suck too much to be able to make it past old school schmuck like this, I don't know. Okay, I'll try to make it past here. Oh god, I don't know how I'm gonna... Okay. Well, I came quite closer than ever, but still wasn't enough. Oh well. And there we go, there's Parodius there, which is... I suppose that was somewhat poetically apropos, given that that wasn't even the right version of the game. It didn't have the... I think it's... Probably was the original version of the game if I had to guess, but... Not the right version of the game to have the soundtrack that the Chase uses, but... I don't think it's gonna be, like, a big problem. Let's temporarily bring back the old 2E track here. To keep us company. And just kind of keep going, let me make sure that Parodius has been erased from this. Goodness, particular listing as well, because I guess it hadn't been. And see what else we have in store. Just really moving it right along today. Might be doing just like a few more, or maybe just like a couple more. Let's see what we have this time. Oh boy, another fighting game. So it's Kombat 3, another game where I don't really remember if I'll be playing like the arcade version or the PlayStation version. Have a quick look here, see if this can answer my question. So I'm pretty sure that this gonna play this did. I don't know how to speak. Get a PlayStation release. And I think this one I'm seeing here, that's probably what I'll default to for this. Let's see. Assuming that it's here. I'm not seeing it here, no. That's weird. Would it be up here? No. What the fuck? Maybe it would be the arcade version then. What would it be called? What is this? Quite a bit of arcade stuff here, and none of it like stands out to me as this is probably Mortal Kombat. Did I actually fuck up and not prepare this one? But listed anyway? Let's see. I think we're about to find out. If I do this, what do I see? Oh, nope, there's definitely not the right game. Never mind. Almost spoiled another game. Yeah, what the fuck? Let me have a quick look at my, technical difficulties here. Look at my Chase game sheet, which should tell me what platform I'm supposed to use for this. Don't want to renege on, the wheel's decision, so I might have to do like a quick kind of switch around here. Or rather, well, I guess what I can do is, if it turns out that I actually don't have this ready, is pick another game and then, while that game is going, get this one ready in the background. Let's see. And then do that one immediately after. Where is Mortal Kombat 3 in this list? Okay, I have it listed as arcade and PS1, but I don't see arcade or PS1 ready here, so I don't know what to think about that. I got Strange Reach, 2 Metal Slug, Moonwalker, and that's all that I have for the arcade games that I have ready that start with the letter M. And as far as the letter M games, Or for PS1, I don't see it here either, so I think I will have to do but I said it. I probably would, which is... just pick another game and do that one for now, and then do Mortal Kombat 3 immediately after. Let me see. So I think I'll do that. I'll spin the wheel again and see what we get. What is it? Oh boy. This one could also represent the problem because of the reasons that I mentioned the other way. I have no problem with the game itself at all, that's for certain, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to work right. Immediately. So I might have to do like double jeopardy here. Alright, I'm going to assume that this is good enough. So we will play Mortal Kombat 3. I will do a quick test to see if WarioWare Gold can work right now, or if I... Unfortunately, we'll have to prepare it in a way that won't be possible to be played right now, but if that is the case, I will definitely put it on the top of the list for whenever I do another one of these. So let me do that real quick. Please stand by. This is apparently the juxtaposition of technical difficulties part of the stream. Let's see. I'll try this one. The shield wasn't on stream. Wheel Mortal Kombat 3. Oh, I mean it's been. Oh shit! You're right. The wheel wasn't on stream, so. But yeah, it was Mortal Kombat 3 and then WarioWare Gold, but those might be slightly problematic. I'm going to confirm right now if I can do WarioWare Gold, or if I will have to postpone that. I mean, Mortal Kombat 3 won't be problematic, actually, just wasn't ready at that particular moment. Should be ready now. In case this doesn't work, we can just default to Mortal Kombat 3 immediately. But what I would want to do is see if WarioWare Gold can work before I do anything else. And in order to do that, I have to do some off-screen wizardry here. Shit, yeah, I don't think WarioWare was gonna work right now. Unfortunately, I could try to, let me try one thing, just to see what happens. What happens if I click on this? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, this is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work right now, that's unfortunate. So we will have to make a note of that one, and see if I can get it working for whenever I do one of these next. But what I can do right now is play Mortal Kombat 3. Probably. Got to assume that there is no greater issue with that at this time, so I will defer to that as the current decision. Just need to go through a quick thing to get it like doubly ready, triply ready. I'm going to assume just doing this is going to be good enough, and I'm going to assume wrong, of course. And by folks, just a little bit longer until we can actually play a game. Don't need this open right now, but I do need this to work its magic right now. At least we can enjoy the dulcet tones of Dinosauro while we're making some final preparations, but everything has been going so exceptionally smoothly until this last couple of hiccups. I don't know what happened with Mortal Kombat, but it just completely wasn't ready at all, but now it is. Let's see here. Alright, should just be ready now, and so it is. And let's see how we do. We are going to be playing the PlayStation version, because that one is pretty much just because I have an easier one to get a hold of in a hurry. And let me change the game so there's no confusion about that at the moment. There we are. Prepare for combat, because I, unlike a lot of the other games such as Space Harrier that I've ended up demoing now, I am not prepared. These are the ones I've rated. I don't remember if this is another fighting game series, you know, yet another fighting game series. There were a lot of these where I didn't really play it myself to any kind of extent when I was a kid, but my cousins sure did. But from seeing the game in that context, I don't quite remember if Raiden was always spelled like that with Y or not. 10 wins in a row. MK4 10 wins in a row is apparently the most badass thing. Let me see. Is this thing actually connected properly? Yes, it should be. I am pressing start. Maybe I need to change this a little bit. Please stand by. Just a moment. Guessing it doesn't like the fact that it's DualShock. Some of these games do that. Right. Oh, those had menu, I guess. I didn't realize there was a menu, but yeah. Guessing we do in fact want combat, so let's go ahead and it's kind of quiet, but oh well. Go ahead and select our character. We can be Shang Tsung, we can be Sindel. You know, for someone who really didn't play a lot of these series, I'm pretty sure I can name all of these characters. Oh, I guess we're gonna be Shiva. Maybe. Let me turn it up a bit on my end. Outstanding, you didn't really pay attention and just chose the novice one because you ran out of time. Let's fight Liu Kang, I think. I have no idea how this is gonna go. I feel like the only time that I kinda sorta played some of this game on my own time, on my own terms. Not this game, but this series was, I think when I was, God, how long ago was it? Middle school or something? Probably middle school. I played some of the Mortal Kombat games that were on PS2, like, I think Deadly Alliance? Yeah, that was probably it. Deadly Alliance and or Armageddon. I think Armageddon was PS2 era Mortal Kombat. Okay. Doesn't seem like the shoulder buttons do anything in this game, except maybe block. No, I guess you block the roll one. And of course, as you might imagine, I'm not gonna know any fatalities or anything like that, so just try to spam buttons and see if takes me a user credit to where I could wait around, because I just kind of picked Shiva by accident. See if I can restart. And yeah, I think I actually played not on PS2. I think I played a little bit of Deadly Alliance, not on PS2, but on Xbox. I think I rented it from Blockbuster. That's kind of gives you an idea of how long ago this was. I guess it could be longer with a different combination of those words, but okay. Yeah, it's not really that obvious that this is apparently a menu. So we have combat setup, music control configure, or game configure. How is what are our game configure options? Equal medium violence on, yeah, sure. Shang morph opponent. Well, I guess I'll just leave all these as default. I'll get right back into the combat, I suppose. Shall we be this time? We'll try fuck, I guess Cyrax. I think that's what this is, yeah. I have no idea what any of these characters actually control. Like, you can be novice, master, or warrior. Well, it would be novice. It would be a... I think it would be a miracle if you actually managed to beat novice. I think that's Shao Kahn at the top. This time I will fight Sonia, then Jax, and I immediately forgot what the other ones were supposed to be. Well, I don't know if you actually will fight any of them. Okay, so it's definitely the same version of this track that the Chase uses others. At least that, so I don't know. Shit. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of variety in moves based solely on movement. If you look, you can dash or anything, I guess. If you wanted to move quickly, you have to jump, not try to do it like ground dash. I guess that's just not a thing. Yeah. Shit. Can I beat even one round against any opponent? It's gonna be my current, I guess not, my current benchmark for how far can I get in this game. We could continue, but I feel like in order to at least see a little bit more of this game, I'm gonna have to cheapen the experience and purpose of it. I will go back into the configuration after all and see if I can exploit that to my benefit. Yeah, the game is definitely over, but it can begin again. Does control configure contain... Assume that I said contain with a K there. Does it contain anything that I would care to change at this point? I guess not. What about sound and music? Do you know, just to look at it? CD on, pan control off. I mean, I guess off, sure. Music rocking as opposed to what? Cranked. Oh, okay. You can actually turn the music up here. Well, probably should have looked at that, but yeah, it's actually pretty quiet. I fully admit defeat by wanting to change this to, I guess we'll try easy, not very easy yet, but if I do, it's still an really my ass hit as well. Which is definitely a possibility. I might as well come back here. Get the feeling that this might be one of those games where if you put it too easy, you can try like Sub-Zero 2, I think. So this is supposed to be, yeah. This may or may not be one of those games where if you play it like on too low difficulty, it doesn't actually let you get to the end. But I don't know. Okay, well, oh jeez. Sub-Zero, okay. Can you shoot ice from your hand? So, okay, you can. I'm guessing that might be a good idea to try and like learn combos, but... Okay, hold on. It doesn't seem like I'm doing that much better even in this lower difficulty setting, so... Don't know how much of a difference that's really gonna make. I'll try one thing. Can I pause that? Yeah, I can, but I'm guessing that doesn't mean that I can expect the luxury of like seeing a movie list or anything. Don't think we're quite there yet. Well, we saw the meme. Just gonna... Okay, looks like I can win at least one round against one opponent. At this point, that's very much a victory. Oh, okay. I want to be as cheap as possible, because it doesn't seem like there's any other way for me to win at this point. I suck too much. It reminds me of one of those games that Red Spree commented on at some point, just riffed on. Pretty sure it was a game with this same kind of graphical style, where it's photorealistic, turned into sprites. And they pretty much just say immediately when they go into the long play of that game and start riffing on it that apparently it's so difficult that the only way to win is to stand back and spam fireballs. And I don't think probably would be fair to say that about this game, but when you're as unfamiliar and badass fighting games as I am, that might as well be the case, I feel. So let's go all the way down into full-on Babby mode. Let's see if that makes a difference. And try and get another different character. Maybe that's a problem. What shall I be this time? I can be the Australian guy. I'm sure the chasers would be proud. I think he was even supposed to be Australian until he was like given an Australian accent in the first movie, and the creators are just like, yeah, that's pretty cool. That does fit the character. God, wait, is this the same? I guess the actual roof part of the stage would be accessible from here, because this is definitely not the same part of the roof stage that you've seen so far. Oh jeez. Well, apparently with on very easy mode I am gonna be completely destroyed. So this could be an interesting remaining 11.5 minutes if this tendency does not I guess all characters can do the uppercut thing. That seems to be like one of the most effective moves to do. I'm gonna see if I can mash the buttons and... Oh, I get to at least see one of these fatalities, even though clearly that's not something that I can do. I feel like at this point my best bet might actually be to mash the buttons. I'll try that one more time, I think. I actually will press start to continue for once. Oh, we can actually switch characters by continuing. I wasn't even sure that was possible, but yeah, I guess now would be the time to start doing that. What if we think this guy is called Cabal? Yeah. Let's see if Hookman can do what no one else could so far. If any of them can. And here's the church. Well done, you just like one of the cheapest moves in the game to get out of this sort of okay. I feel like, damn it. Specifically trying to close the gap between myself and my opponent so that I'm the first one to have the opportunity. Nope. The opportunity to attack before he recovers, but even so. It's hardly not gonna work again. I feel like every time I try to like bait my opponent to just get closer and do the uppercut, he somehow is somehow only he's able to do exactly that. Under the exact same conditions that I wasn't able to, so that makes me raise an eyebrow, that's for sure. I guess we do have the... Other than just blocking, I don't really see how much I could be doing different. But I guess this is what happens for... Why did that thing in the middle just do that? Okay, well we'll be Sector this time. I don't know if he's gonna be any different from Cyrax, but yeah, I guess this is what happens when you go into a fighting game that you have absolutely no familiarity with. Well, at least it only has to be done once, and pretty much only, ostensibly just doing it to showcase the music. No, apparently the game itself doesn't even want to do that, based on the fact that you have to turn it up in the options. It's not the default settings, so hey. My cheapness actually had results that time. The question is, I guess the next question, now that we've done that twice, is going to be, will we get to the point where, but fuck. We're able to, damn it. I guess we can bait the low kicks if he spams jumps like he's doing right now. Maybe we can bait the low kicks and catch him like as soon as he lands from the jump, but how reliable that actually is. How do you do the low kicks? Like, it seems like you can't do the low kicks the same way that he can. Well done, you managed to pull off that cheap shot by sheer coincidence, methinks. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get much farther than we've shown already. I feel like that's pretty evident at this point. I suck too much, but I guess we can at least try to showcase all the characters. Oh, hey, it's good. I remember Cabal having weird and dumb inputs. Sweep, back, and heavy kick, I believe. Well, we're gonna try someone else different, I guess. We can try, fuck, who haven't you tried? I guess Sonya? Can any of these fighters defeat Jax? Because I think I only have one card left after this to just theoretically continue the same thing. Okay. Can I just... What the fuck? Feels like he's like jumping again before touching the ground to be able to avoid some of those kicks. Trying to somehow land the uppercuts. Obviously these kicks don't do nearly as much damage as the uppercut does, and I feel like most anything else, but... Okay. I'll be ready for another 6.5 minutes of me not being able to land a hit. Okay, see, that makes me raise an eyebrow, because it feels like we're both at the same distance, and yet my uppercut missed her and got his hit. Like, why? Forced to ask. Alright, time for the ultimate test. Time for the ultimate self-inflicted confirmation bias. Can Jax defeat Jax? Surely this is like the equivalent of feeding this statement is false into a computer. And I have to wonder, I'm kind of assuming that in order to do the grapples or grabs, you have to do like at least 2 button presses at once, but of course I also do not know what that would be. Also, I don't know which one I am. I'm the purple one. It might not be as easy to remember as you might expect. Oh god. Yeah, I almost cheated him out, but for at least one round. That really wouldn't matter in the long run. But one person does one just because the other person does not land in the second round of the hit. Well, I guess that makes sense, but I'm still not quite sure if that's even what was happening all those times, but... Looks like Jax has crushed Jax and ended this particular line of hope. I mean, these settings are saved, right? We are theoretically playing on baby mode, right? And even that is like... What are the other options on Shang Morph? Opponent all disable, I guess. If you're fighting Shang Tsung, he can turn into everyone, or just you... I'm guessing that doesn't mean if you're playing as Shang Tsung, you can turn into anyone, because I can't even begin to imagine how that would work. But speaking of that, why don't we try out Shang Tsung? What if I really tempt fate by going for the master? I mean, it's not like it's gonna make a difference if you'll never win. Yeah, you need to remind me. But yeah, it's not like it'll make a difference if you can't even get past the first stage. Like, that also help if you do like more moves for each of the characters, but I don't think that's in the cards at this point. But also I keep kind of something that probably doesn't help is that I keep instinctively holding back in hopes that will block stuff, but it doesn't. Sure, yeah, if I knew how to do that, that might help. Shang Tsung has defeated Shang Tsung. Yeah, what I expected. Well, we only got like a few more minutes left of this at least, and we've been at least managing to glimpse a few more of these stages. I mean, who else haven't we played at this point? Sindel? Oh shit, not Jax. But I thought I had only hit the button once, and yet apparently it was not to be. Sindel and maybe... What the fuck? What else did I see? The dude with the big hat, Kombat. And the playset clearly was the inspiration for the final boss fight in Mario and Luigi 1. Let's see, probably. Yeah, I feel like if I mix it up enough, I can at least get somewhat close, but I know when you're competent enough in this particular scheme and with this. Like, I find it very hard to believe that this is how the CPU behaves on the very easy mode. I find that pretty eyebrow-raising as well. Like, that was probably a perfect, I feel like, 1 pixel's worth of red on the opponent's health bar there. Now let's be Kung Lao this time. He's like the Kung Fu version of Oddjob, right? Of course, I don't know what kind of moves or inputs you would have to do to actually put that analogy into practice, but... Oh shit, what? Or how I even do that, but... Well, apparently all of our opponents here have been big jerks so far. We've only got like 2 single round wins in these 20 minutes that I've been doing before. Hammerjack's AI being a gigantic jerk in an MK Trilogy 2, for what it's worth, second only to Jade in terms of cheating. Boy. Yeah, that kind of a notion did pretty much lead me to say probably something that will actually do me better in the long run is to just mash buttons, because that way the AI gets confused as to how it reads your inputs, but I think we're just gonna let this run out, might as well. Quite gonna match up with the time running out on the 20-minute time limit, but comes close. And we get to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Arcade quality partly. Okay, not quite sure what that would be good for, but yeah, I find it very hard to believe that anyone could get even 3 wins in a row. Good job, off. You may never play in the chase, but at least you can get 3 wins in a row. That's quite an accomplishment in this particular version of this game, I guess. I don't know if the arcade would have been any different. Could have tried to find out, but oh well. But yeah, that has been Mortal Kombat 3, and I feel like that might not be too good of a note to end this on, so let me see. We already know that we have WarioWare Gold on the whatchamacallit, the current back burner, and I should hopefully be able to figure something out for that, because I have gotten it to work in the past. But right now I think I will quickly turn this back on so I can listen to some more Basilvania while I think I'm gonna do at least 1 more game for the time being. Let's just spin the wheel and see what else we can get. Oh goodness. I was going to Sonic 1 or 2, I don't know which one was moving. I think it would have to be Sonic 1 or 3 actually, but well, we can find out which one it is now. Which Sonic is between Double Dragon and Earthworm Jim? It is Sonic 1, okay. But no, instead it is Worms, which means that I'm technically gonna have to do some impromptu testing here, because I technically did not test this. I do have it ready, but I did not test it. So I hope this doesn't represent too much of a problem. And I hope that this also is well enough suited to the 20-minute format, because I honestly have no idea. But yeah, the version that I have is the one called Worms United on GOG, which runs in DOSBox, otherwise you gotta go into full screen. Yeah, it is, but I can take it off of full screen. And I can fade this out, and I can try to get this in a window. Can't see any of what's happening right now, but Team 17 is apparently responsible for this. I guess I'll just use this as the window capture. And ocean. We're not gonna use that. We are gonna use this. Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Now that I've got your attention,
Alrighty then.
I can stay here all night until I find out which one of you did it.
Talk about
The computer game.
the computer game. They didn't even say oh god there because of what happened. Oh god, that's this time I'm saying it because of how loud it is, but that time I said it because I'm pretty sure I heard that exact same like guttural noise, high-pitched monster guttural noise sample in another computer game that probably was from the same era. It was the friggin' Jumpstart 4th grade game. Or if you go into the yearbook in that game, you can see like your classmates be monsters. And if you click on their pictures, you can hear them, like see little animations of them as monsters, and they make like monster noises from generic samples like that. I'm pretty sure one of them was that exact sample, so that immediately came into my memory when I heard that. But this is Worms from 1995, and this isn't quite the version of the main theme that I remember, but well, that's in the chase for that matter. But oh gosh, but I guess it's close enough. Let's see, worm options. I have no idea what any of these mean, but I guess I'll hold off until the game actually starts. To start the clock. Round time to match 2, round time in minutes 15 minutes. Sure, 15 minutes. I mean, we can extend it a little bit maybe. Oh, doesn't let you do anything between 15 and 20, so I guess we'll do 20 minutes. Have it match exactly. We'll do 15 because I don't know like how that actually translates to gameplay. But I would like to assume that leaving the rest of these on default is going to be good enough. Oh God, there's 2 pages of just game options. Because I don't know what any of these means at this time. Weapon options, load state options, audio options, video options. Music volume is fine, I guess. Play Worms music theme. Okay, what happens if I click on this? Okay, it plays this, which I thought the Worms music theme is what we were listening to before, but the one that I know is the Worms theme from the chase, which I thought was tied to this game, isn't that one or this one. Not precisely. Sample set, Soulman, English, French 2. Man, I think this is a great. How come they don't have an English 2 like the French do? Not Elvis. Scots. Oh god, Scots. No idea. Just leave it on the default. Well, I guess we're listening to this now. Or at least for as long as we're on that screen. Alright, let's play the game, I guess. Team 1 down league. Down? Oh, okay. 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5, 4, whatever. Select teams to compete, okay. I don't know. Do I just click on one of them? Okay, 1 up. And then we just start. Don't really know what to expect, but I guess we're gonna find out. And we'll start the clock now. This doesn't seem perfectly faithful to actual physics, but what do I know? I'm not a worm. And I'm not a cartoon, so left plenty of writing over this. Yeah, not exactly sure how I'm going to how this here works, but we might be able to find out. Arm station. I don't believe I'm in control right now, am I? But first blood. Get him, Ginger. Wait, have I been doing anything? Maybe. Oh, I think I should be right now. Oh shit. Ginger's an X-worm. I'm guessing that you tell the... Get him, Scooby, okay. Wait, okay, yeah. I guess you tell the team members apart based on the colors of their names. Oh jeez. So I guess I'm the ones with the white names, and the ones with the yellow names are the enemy. Get him, Shidge. How do you actually... Okay. I've literally never played this before, so I'm just kind of getting used to the controls now. I think I got a decent idea. Alright, Rebel, what are you gonna do? Why are there meow noises happening? Are the worms meowing? Get them. I don't know. I do notice a clock there, but oh what? I guess we can't jump. Oh, I think there's definitely some form of craziness happening here. Beethoven, how are you gonna hit anything from where you are? Get him, Dodger. Oh boy, I don't know if a certain other Dodger would be around to give us motivation, but yeah, I'm guessing that. Oh, and he's dead. Too bad. There's another button you can press to aim up and down, which I don't believe I've been able to do, so I'm just getting completely destroyed right now. Yes, Smidgen, surely you can redeem yourself by at least destroying Scooby over here, who has a massive health advantage over you. Teleport, what? He can do that? See, at least in this game I can operate under the excuse that maybe, oh, yeah, you do. Oh, that was too far. Yeah, I did miss. Thank you for noticing. But apparently you can use the number path to wave up and down, so at least I figured out that much. I don't know if, I guess, I don't know if this means that all the worms can teleport. Kinda wish I knew what the, it's all on you now, Smidge. Sure, you can take on this lassie. There you go. Weapon drop where? Right up there. Or I can't go. What the fuck is Beethoven gonna do? Like, even if we kill all the other worms somehow, how would I'll be able to get Beethoven? That's what I want to know. Oh shit. I actually wanted to go for that shot to go straight up. Somebody would maybe direct the terrain. Oh man. How am I gonna compete with CPU aiming though? That's what I want to know. Alright. Yeah, I really want to aim up to that thing, and I guess we're gonna... Oh. Okay, I'm not sure what I expected. In retrospect. Oh. Yeah, how am I gonna compete with CPU aiming? That's crazy. Have I lost, or... I probably have if I had only 20 HP before, yeah. Don't think there's anybody else left on my team, so I think that's RIP already. One-ups, what? Top dogs win around, we can continue the match, but... Oh, I guess that's not actually the whole thing. 8-7, left play, right new... Yeah, sure, let's play. A worm is for life. Oh boy, well, time for some payback against Rebel here, I guess. And maybe some of our other dudes getting the fallout. I mean, you're not gonna fire at me at Smidge when Beethoven and Rebel are right next to me, surely. Oh, no, you're gonna fire at the that's all the way over there. That's fair. And apparently quite effective, too. Weapon drop. I wonder if I can jump at all, or if I can't do that. Hit him, Smidge. Right, time to see if I can hit Rebel here without... Oh, damn it. Probably shouldn't have stood behind Dodger when I did that. Should have done like only one person. You're gonna hit both Smidge and Dodger, aren't you? Nope, you're gonna hit Ginger. That's so rude. Oh, I'm the control kit. I didn't realize. Okay. Come on, time for some payback. Hey, thanks. You can't hit us, surely. Oh, there you go. Oh, Rebel blew himself up. Did we take damage from that? Oh, we did. That's unfortunate. Guess we should try to avoid that. Reinforcement arrived. What do you mean? Also, Beethoven, are you gonna do anything this time? Damn it. Did we both die from that? Probably. Yeah. Can I at least give Scooby some damage? No, I guess not. But we're not alligators, we're worms. Can I grab this? Something super strength? Oh gosh. Alright, well. Oh shit. Oh, did we actually manage to one-shot them both? I wasn't even considering that, but... Did that actually win us around? Because I don't know, I thought there was another one of them on the, like, bottom left, but... Yeah, probably. Oh wait, Lassie is... Oh, and Lassie's gonna teleport to a rather inconvenient position if it's just gonna be in the same place where the other ones were when they just got knocked into the poop water and died. Oh gosh. Right, let's see if we can make this shot. It'll be quite... No, we missed. Damn it. That would have been too good, I guess. What is Lassie gonna do? Like, the hope of Lassie's team rests entirely with that one. So I guess we're gonna get these replays even if we don't... if that doesn't result in the game ending. Unless maybe it does that time, because what do we have left? Oh shit, no. Lassie straight up clutched it. That's unfortunate. For me, at least. Gonna pretend that didn't happen. I suppose. Let me check one thing before we go into another match. We should probably close things out with worm options. Can I look at the controls with in here in any of these? I'm not sure about that. Just like enabled or disabled, but I don't actually know that that this even has any of the controls. It's just like on or off or some other setting. It doesn't tell you what the controls actually are. Goodness, right. So, team entry, I don't know, I guess we can just go again. I think I have a marginally better idea of how this works now. Waterloo. Let's try that one, I guess. Select teams to compete. Waterloo, does this one not count? Oh, we have to click on two, I guess. Waterloo and Utensils. These seem like very good team names. I don't know who we're gonna be playing as, but I guess watch another little cinematic here. But will it actually work though? I guess we don't have the fucking teleporter thing, I just don't know how to use it. cutoff point or that cinematic, but sure, let's just take any and all. Oh shit, I guess now the white team is the CPU team. Fast blood. Well, now it's my turn, so Teaspoon is gonna kick some ass, totally. Wooden spoon whisk, what the shit? Excuse you, what? What just happened? Wait, or not? Am I controlling any of these teams? I thought I was, but I don't know anymore. No, it doesn't look like I am controlling either of them. I don't know what to think about this. I can just watch this match, but what if we don't want to do that? Hold on. Yeah, exit the main menu, hold on. Because I don't want to just watch two CPU teams fight each other. It's not quite my prerogative right now. I want to play the game. Top dogs, 1 up, 2 up. Top dogs and 1 up are the ones that I had picked before, I guess. I guess 1 up might be the player team, but if I do like 1 up on royalty. Well, I guess we can watch another one of these little cinematics at least, if nothing else. How many times do you have to, like, make reload sound for reloading once? Is this how submachine guns actually work? Oh. Apparently makes worms spawn out of the trees. Trees that are growing very far apart from each other in an otherwise very empty landscape, but I do want to play, come on. Okay, I am in control now. I am Ginger, and I don't know if any of these other buttons will do anything. I can try other buttons, I guess. See if any of the keys... What the fuck? What just happened? Okay, apparently P is for pause, but I don't know what... okay. I guess I'm gonna play zoomed out now, because I don't know how to zoom back in. Oh, M. Never mind. I figured it out. Because that's all that I did. Do numbers do anything that aren't on the number pad? Yeah, I get it. Be patient, okay? You're the one telling people to die, so that's the least you can do. And let's see if we have like any kind of a chance this time. Smidge. Okay, doesn't look like we can do much better than this. Let's see if we can do like a fancy arc here. Shit, no we can't. Because apparently we are... Did he die immediately? Also, I just noticed the, naming pattern behind the royalty team, which I suppose would be fairly apropos considering the news. RIP. I don't know if we're gonna get a Liz as part of this team. But we do have a Diana, so... Alright, Fluff, what can you do? Maybe you can hit Charles. Okay, I have no idea how all this is gonna work, but let's try this. No, it didn't hit Charles, but it did hit someone a little bit further on. Which is... Oh, did it. Diana is an X-worm. I almost read there's something different. Probably would have been in a slightly poorer taste, but... Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's the problem with... Oh, what? The AI missed? That's unexpected. Because it did feel in the, both of the matches that I did before this one, that, like, no matter what, the AI's, like, aim was always going to be perfect. The wind is a little, a little unfavorable right now. Unless I do some real wizardry here. Oh, nope. That was exactly the opposite of what I wanted.
You're crazy.
Crazy. Or maybe I'm just see the inevitable. I would actually hit dodger through all that terrain, which I just noticed what the terrain is. I actually hadn't noticed that before. I guess we do get a bit of bliss presence here after all. Ooh. Oh shit. Jesus Christ, the wind. How long do you have to play this before the you actually figure out what each of the condition variables means? It feels like you would have to play this for quite a long while to fully grasp that. Well, let's see, Fluff, I think you did manage to do something. Let's see if we can do it again. Nope. I feel like that positioning might not be very conducive to getting a good enough angle to actually hit Charles from there. Charles has just been sitting pretty there, just with an area, but just a very negligible scratch on his person. If you can call a worm a person, but let's see, Smidge, can you change that? Maybe you can actually hit Philip from here, let's see. If you angle this just right. You can at least make the attempt. Nope, that was apparently too powerful. Or not, never mind. Oh, we actually got him. There you go. I mean, I don't think I have any illusions of actually winning at this point, but... Oh shit, is that weapon drop or is that like health? I guess Charles already used his teleports, so I don't think we can do much with... No, never mind, he can apparently do it again. So I guess you can do it at least twice. Are you sure going there is a good idea? So, I don't know, maybe we can win at least one round. I don't know how to... pressing T, that is not how you teleport. Shift, control, escape. Maybe one of the F keys. Yeah, I'm getting there. Be patient, Fluff, or whatever your name was. Can you climb up on this terrain? No, you cannot. You can only go as far as this. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if this is gonna... Oh, this might have been a very bad idea, actually, because of the wind. But, it'll just be neutralized yet. The wind pretty much makes it impossible to make that shot, I think. With that being the source. Oh shit. Couldn't that let me have the health? Oh, I'm gonna get you for that, probably. The wind is blowing in my favor this time, Charles. Hey, I actually hit him. At least, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill him, now that he's nestled up like that, or I don't know if he's gonna be able to do anything, actually, for that matter. Homing, excuse me, what the fuck? Why can't they do that shit? Come on. Yeah, no shit, how do I access that stuff? That's what I would like to know. If I could access that shit, assuming that I have it, I'd probably actually be able to win at this point. Clearly have the health of that, what the fuck? Of course that thing landed in the fucking... the tiny speck of matter. Oh, we're about to run out of time. Well, we'll keep going until this match manages to come to a close. Should have fired it a little higher up, then it may have actually gotten there. Skip, okay. Get him, Fluff. We'll try that exact stratagem one more time here, I guess. Yeah. Can I hit Charles with nothing but fucking scratch damage? If I can hit him another 8 times with that same amount of damage, maybe we can do something. This time I'll fire up there because I'm not gonna be able to hit shit with that wind. But it's a nice sentiment. Yeah. Come on, Fluff, don't fail me now. You can totally do it. Oh, wait. the wind is in the wrong direction. Never mind. Could have sworn that wind was in the opposite direction of where it actually was that time. Well, but not that anyone's gonna be able to get that, but you know. Coward? Oh, that's what he's saying. He's saying coward. Didn't even catch that before. Okay, let's try this. See if it... Oh, blew up the health at least. But it's just short of where Charles is. I'm not gonna be able to hit shit with this. So let the wind take care of it. You missed. Yeah, Charles is just helpless, but we can't fucking do shit if the wind is not in our favor, so. But at least Charles is in a position where he can't even try. So, I don't know how long this is actually going to extend itself to. This might be, turn out to be surprisingly long-lived. This little encounter, oh shit, that way overshot, goddammit. At least I think Charles is complete. What the fuck is he gonna do? Is he actually gonna hit with that? He is. What do you know? Well, if I would say Fluff has the massive health advantage here, but he clearly doesn't anymore. And we can't even hit anything with this fucking wins. So fucking Charles might actually end up winning after all. Oh my god, what? How the fuck did he get that? Oh. How do I use that shit? That's what I want to know. Oh shit, you can actually jump. Never mind. I'm gonna... Nope, never mind. Didn't realize that was there. Nope. Oh, one more hit will kill me now, but... Oh, I guess that ended his turn. He has like another magical fucking homing missile, then I'm pretty much immediately dead. And we can't do anything with this, so just dump a bazooka shell in the ocean. Oh, I'm watching. We missed. Oh, I can at least try here. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see how I'm gonna be able to calculate that shit by myself. But his is gonna hit. Or not. Never mind. Oh, jeez. The wind keeps doing crazy stuff. It's all a crapshoot, that's the problem. Well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna... How the fuck did that not hit the wall right next to you? Oh, he actually hit that time. Well, looks like this is actually the end, because it... You know, call me crazy, but I feel like the CPU has a much, much better way of actually calculating the trajectory stuff than the player does. Bit of an issue, I would say. Like, I feel like both in this and Mortal Kombat, there's certainly no difference if it was like actual PvP instead of CPU stuff. Can't believe the computer cheats, man. Oh, we're not playing a second round of this now. Do what? Generating landscape. Oh. I mean, I guess we have to go into the game just to be able to into the menu and quit, which we're gonna do right now because we're well past the quitting time. We're gonna exit DOS. Which is not even gonna exit DOS, it's just gonna close the thing completely because that was DOSBox. It's not actually an actual DOS system, so oh well. And I think that will also be the point where I will call it for tonight. We'll bring back Dinosaur soundtrack for now. And that, you know, I just very hurriedly changed this new system that I have for showing the fucking music So I still have to add it to the scene. I'm going to add it right now. But yeah, I guess I'll have to figure out a way to see if I can get the gyro working on the WarioWare Gold thingy again, as I did once before, but for some reason fucking DS for Windows, which is like the tool that I use to do it, doesn't seem like it wants to work at all. Go figure. Where is the now playing thing? Here it is. Where I'm gonna stick this, like, I guess over here on the side. Shrink you a little bit. Try to unselect it. You can't see the selection on my end, but, or that's on my end. You can't see the source selection that's happening on my end on the stream, but it's kind of annoying. Just put it that way. But yeah, there we go. That's looking well enough, I guess. That is the music, and that is the stream. I'm gonna throw a few more of these games, and there I erase worms from this list I did. Okay. Still got quite a substantial list. It's like 90 games, not counting the ones that we that have already been taken out of it. When I start stumbling over my words so much, that's definitely also a sign that I should stop streaming. But yeah, there you go. Oh man, Hyrule Warriors. There's a game. But yeah, to actually wrap this up and give myself a chance to not stumble over my words every passing second, I will say what I usually say, which is goodbye, because it makes sense to say goodbye at the end of a stream, usually. And I think I am going to take a quick look here and there, see if we can do a little bit of follow-up, which is always nice to have the opportunity to do. I think what we're going to be doing right now, as I end of the stream, is set up a raid for our old friend Alex the Red, long-time friend of the stream, who is currently playing a custom Doom mod, I believe, called Sunlust. Seems like a fun time from what I can see of it on the stream, as of right now. So please don't hesitate to head over there and say hi. But as for right now, I will say you'll take it easy. I thank everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chat. Always great whenever people chat. Thank you to Nabisco for the raid. And to everyone else who dropped by, a lot of them from the chase. And yeah, hopefully I get the chance to do another one of these soon. Wish I could say a little bit more than that, but yeah. Once again, I am here in my increasingly rare appearances to tell you that Stream is not dead, Yakuza 0 is not dead, Chrono Cross is not dead, but it does need a somewhat more favorable condition before it can truly come back, but it will. But for now, all I will say is all that I can say right now, which is that I will see you later. Hopefully with WarioWare Gold figured out, but yeah, later.